Good afternoon. This is an emergency stream due to the terrible performance we had yesterday at Meadow Lane. Good afternoon, Ara. Ara seemed to have lost his sound.
Good afternoon, Mark. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. How are you feeling after yesterday?
Oh, I have no words actually to describe what I watched. Right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't even know what to call it, so I have no words.
Right, I'm just going to start with what I felt like. I want to pose this question to Notts fans. Can you have ambition and sustainability? Does one have to take from the other? Or can you have more ambition and stability will come after? That's the question I want to ask everybody. Hello, Rach. How you doing? So, what do you think, Eric? Can we have sustainability and ambition, or does sustainability go above ambition? Your mic's having a nightmare. I'm not bad. Right, can hear you, then you're muting yourself. Now you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. All right. I don't know what's going on with me today. I don't know. Maybe I think it's a false sense of hope because I think maybe teams are finding us out now, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, but the question was like the owners want sustainability, right? But the ambition seems to suffer. So, like, we've got a lot of lone players. But if you're building a team to be sustainable, your team's got to be sustainable as well. You can't keep taking, like, blocks out the foundations
Yeah.
and open out, you replace it with. Like, say, last year, George Abbott. You're not building a team around George Abbott because after the season, he's going back to Tottenham.
Yeah.
And, like, Iapenda with Huddersfield. You know what I mean?
Tottenham as well, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like,
so you're not building a sustainable team around them players, are you?
No. And also, it's like what we're going to do in January now, because it is the transfer deadline day opened yesterday. Are we going to improve on the team? Are we going to get more experienced players in? Or are we just going to get these players that we haven't heard of coming to the team?
The team is not good enough to get promotion. But it goes wider. What is the real ambition of the owners? Is it sustainability over ambition? What comes first? What's the priority? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I remember this is a question I want to ask. Is like as well. Like, I remember being in Meadow Lane when we was under the Supporters Trust. Now, staying up was the aim every single year. We had so many great escapes every single year. But the only ambition was to stay up. Now, if the only ambition is to be sustainable over a period of time, if we have this like pattern over and over again, you're selling your best assets, you're not building a team, not building around the players, the decent players you've got, then fans will fade away over a period of time.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion. And this is another thing I sort of like dislike about our fan base is if you have an opposing opinion, you're a bedwetter. And then on the opposite side, you got what's so-called happy clappers. These are not my words. This is what I picked up on reading on social media. But every fan is entitled to
opinion, yeah.
Yeah, and you've got to be able to...
Whether it's right or wrong, you can't change that.
You've got to be able to listen to it, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got to be able to listen to it. So the question, it's like one of them. Are the brothers ambitious enough to go to League One and mean it, or is it? Are they just saying what the fans want to hear? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is not me knocking the owners and stuff, because owning a football club, is just like putting all your money on a roulette table and open it. The thing is, you're going to lose more money than you make. But if you're going to sell your prize assets every time somebody comes knocking, what are you actually building? Because if you're loaning in like 9 players, 6 players, whatever, every season, that's 6 players a season you're changing in your squad. What you're building a squad around.
Yeah, because if we just keep getting these loan players in, it's like they can get recalled in January, because we don't know if they're going to stay the whole season or not because they're loan players. So if you actually build on something, then you would probably buy players that will stay for longer on the transfer business, where those players will stay, and then you can rebuy them instead of rebuilding. Let's say for loan players, which they're not going to stay forever.
And then you talk about the academy where there's not players coming through the academy and stuff and breaking into the first team. So if you want it to be truly sustainable as a club, you've got to bring youth into your first team and then getting that experience of first team playing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Don't think the owners know how to get out of this league. We got out of the National League, but that was more of an urgency than is anything else. This league. Yeah. you like with a nest, you put that there. That's going to earn money over time and time and time and time and time. That's like a sustainable foundation.
Yeah.
With the team, if you're not investing enough in the team, but you're just relying on loans to come in and peg the gaps, what you actually really building long term.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's like these players that we do get on, we sign them on a contract, it's really players that we haven't heard of, from like overseas or etc.
If we sign a striker, the last time 2 times we signed strikers in January, they've come from abroad.
Yeah.
So looking at that pattern, if we do sign a striker, which is been banded around, a striker, a midfielder, and a goalkeeper, then they're going to come from abroad. They're not going to come from the UK.
No, they're not. No.
And that's Fred's comment. So it's a really tough one. As a fan, you want to see your club do well. But I've been a Notts fan long enough and seen many, many owners come and go. And do I truly believe that there's that real ambition in there to like invest in the squad and get us promoted? I don't know.
Yeah, we just don't know. I mean, apparently we could possibly bring in 3 new players, but if that's true or not, it'll come to tell. So,
but then you've got players like who aren't quite cutting it, but they seem to be in the side for reasons. The name, you know what I mean, or the light, and it's like, and also like we are terrible at like why the club let fans speculate. Say like with Jarvis, he's injured, so but no one knew that, so everyone's coming to Patterson don't like Jarvis, so that speculation's gone around for weeks and weeks. And where are these players who are coming back? They're on the bench, and then they're getting injured. Is it these 11-a-side matches they're having once a week with a proper referee? Is that contributing to injuries in the squad?
Yeah.
Because you could have a player like McDonald's back, and then the following week he's back out again. I don't know. But let's move on to yesterday's performance. That's my rant over anyway.
I mean, I don't really want to go back to yesterday's performance, or would you even call it a performance?
It was very flat. The crowd was very flat yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
The atmosphere was very flat. I was speaking to Kieran. I spoke to Kieran's dad first when I was in the crowd. And I says, it just feels like we're going to lose this. And he goes, yeah, 100%. He goes, it's one of them games where the players turn up and they think they're going to win. The fans turn up and they think we're just going to roll them over. And when we got on the pitch, it was dull. It weren't inspiring.
Dire, no, yeah.
I mean, corners, Cerruda put some decent corners in, but half the time there's nobody there. Dennis got to one, headed it. See, their goalkeeper, people call Roos, I'd have a go at Roos, but their goalkeeper wasn't that clever. Afternoon. Their goalkeeper weren't that clever.
Sucker socks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their goalkeeper weren't that clever at all.
Bloody fools.
In my opinion, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's what of them, isn't it? But we didn't show a lot.
I just don't understand. Maybe if it was because Jack was on yellow, then yeah, I would have agreed with it. But taking Jethro off and then leaving one up front, and then in the 90th minute bringing on a defender to put two up front, and then he goes and does a defensive header anyway.
That header was cracking. I see somebody put it. I see. I was on X, right, and I seen somebody put what a cracking header. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was like he's playing
how high did it go? I thought it was going to go over the top of the stand. But did we do enough? They came with their game plan, and it
worked.
There was no urgency. There was no urgency. Even when we 1-0 down, 89th minute, we're so slow. We're so lethargic. We've got this obsession of going down the wings or going from one side to the other, but it takes 20 passes to get over there. And you know what? People are saying, "Oh, well, we're missing Palmer," but Palmer wouldn't have improved that side yesterday. That performance yesterday. He's been in the Notts side where we've performed like that plenty of times.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think a player that might have changed it was Scott Robertson.
I don't think it would have. I really don't think it would have. You know what I mean? I think even with Scott Robinson in the side, we've had performances like that.
No, yeah, it's true. So,
and if you
I don't know. So I just understand why we just always try to go through the side, like outwards, but I don't understand why they don't use the middle. It's like so many spaces in there.
I mean, you got Gordon with his little step overs, haven't you? Jody with his when he came on.
Yeah.
The other side of it, there's not weren't a lot there. It was so disappointing. It never got to an intense level. We nearly, apart from Dennis's header and Iapenda's shot. What did they actually do?
I mean, their goal came from our throwing, though, didn't it?
Yeah, but you could tell that was coming. You knew that was coming to that ground.
It was
kicked off in the second half. It was like you knew it was going to happen.
I think it was after they had those two corners back to back because they were close to scoring from the corners. To be fair,
Jody's not the same player, is he not? But is that a confidence thing? Is he being played in the right position? I think it's more confidence with Jody. I think there's a good player still in Jody. But how do you get it out of him if he's scared to go like past somebody? Scared to take him on?
Because you might be scared of like getting injured again, and like that's it.
I mean where he's like running, he's got the ball, and he goes towards play, and then he turns his back. He does some step overs, turns his back, and then rather than trying to go inside, he goes out. I think it's Badu on the outside. Are you just like, why not try and go in the space and stuff?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's it's like that extra pass in it. It was like I think we need to stop doing it because.
Well, it's not an extra pass, is it? It's about an extra 4.
Well, 4, yeah. We just take that opportunity, take that chance because if a goal happens, then they're good. But if it don't, you still take that chance. But it's like we have to have those extra 4 or 5 passes to basically score an easy tap in, really.
But there was no urgency, no drive, no
one
really wanted to put a foot in. No really wanted to drag us up the pitch. I don't know. Like, I think that was more of. I said this to you yesterday about, like, is that worse than when we were played against Wimbledon away both times last season? I think it was.
Yeah.
I thought we maybe. I don't know. It seemed like a very main. Even Patterson on the touchline didn't seem
as energetic as he normally
as
is.
Energetic or as enthusiastic. I thought we needed subs to be made at half time, not
when
it was made.
What, 52nd minute was it? I think it was 60th minute.
Yeah, and you think about going forward. Now, there's a pitch inspection on tomorrow, 9 a.m.
Yes.
Do it at earliest possible. Don't wait for the sun to, for the ground to warm up a bit. But is that inspection being called because they're hoping to get the game called off?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The conspiracy theorists is that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe a bit of fixed in there as well because
that was a main odd performance yesterday. Not only from Patterson, but from the players as well. And Johnny Ello.
Hello, Johnny. Yeah, I mean, if we keep playing how we are, and if the game does go ahead on Sunday, I could see us getting battered, personally.
I can see.
But who knows? We could win probably 1-0. We don't know with football. It's just we have to take it game by game. But I can just see us getting battered on Sunday, like 4-3-0, something like that.
So, like, December started really well. We got 7 points from 3 games.
Yeah.
And then the next 4 games, we've got 1 point from 12.
Yeah, because it's like we were saying about this before December came. December and January, 2 tough months, aren't they?
They're really tough months.
I mean, I thought, apart from, I'd probably say, Chesterfield and Warsaw, apart from that, I think it was a good month. And then, obviously, not starting off the month well, losing to Accrington, then going into Gillingham, Oldham, Crawley, Crewe, Swindon, Fleetwood. Those are tough games coming up.
But then, ever since Richard Montague's interview, Jatta and Dennis haven't
scored in over 300
and half
minutes.
the time, they don't look like we're going to score.
So we haven't scored over in 300. They haven't scored over in 360 minutes, haven't they?
No.
I mean, I don't know if I'll get stick with that, but it's true. It's
but that's people like data, not like data. So there's the data. What with you? I mean, apart from Openda, in the last 4 games, no one else has scored, have they?
No. I mean, because after Gillingham, if that does get postponed, we're going into Oldham. And it's a tough place to go, Oldham, aren't they?
Well, they beat Warsaw on Monday, didn't they?
Yeah. And then Crawley, that's another tough place to go. At least it's not on a Tuesday night. Like it normally is.
We definitely need players in ASAP, because when you looked at the bench yesterday, apart from Grant, you was thinking, well, there's no one going to come on this pitch and change anything.
Yeah, it was like, for example, MK Dons, they're good at that. They have players on the bench that can change the game. So, we just don't have those players. I mean, playing the same lineup as MK Dons on Monday. I was like, I don't understand why Patterson doesn't change it up.
But you know, like, this is like the Traore debate now, right? And I've heard you say this, Traore is no good and all this. But you tell me, apart from like Lincoln, when he played in the Johnson Paints at Lincoln, You tell me how many minutes he's had on the pitch.
Not
and then you go to last season. How many minutes did he have on the pitch? So you're writing a player off even before he's had a chance for a sustained run in the side. Like Jarvis, we all know what Jarvis can do.
Yeah.
And then half the fan base, because it's come out from wherever it's come out. Oh, Patterson don't like him. Didn't come out of my mouth. I'll have you know. Patterson don't like him. He's lazy. That's why he's not in the squad. And that's banded around everywhere. So
yeah. Same with Barry Cotto as well, isn't it? Apparently them two
the same with Barry Cotto. So what is really going on at Notts? You know what I mean?
I wish I had answers. I couldn't tell you.
I mean, Jarvis come on against Barnsley, didn't he? Put that ball in for the winning goal.
Yeah, he played well here, didn't he? Yeah.
Free Jarvis, yeah. Start Jarvis. But it's like, and then you don't see him. You think he's done enough to get on the bench. And then you've got I don't know, Inchy recalled.
For nothing. But they're not playing him.
Yeah.
I don't even think he was on the bench, was he?
No.
Let's have a look.
He was on the bench yesterday.
Same with. So it was Griffiths, Ness, Hinchy, Bennett, Gordon, Jones, and Grant. I don't understand why he didn't start Conor Grant, though, to be fair, because he's been playing well recently. I thought he was the only stand-up player at Chesterfield. Yeah. But when he came on, did he really offer a lot? Not really, but I thought he still played well.
But should have Bennett have started the game? If you know what I mean? Should he have started the game? But when you come on, you got Jody and Bennett on the same side. So you got two wing backs on the same side.
On the same side, yeah. You can see that. We could see it wasn't working.
Yeah, but the side was unbalanced.
It was, yeah.
Very unbalanced. He could have kept Gordon on the bench, put Jody on the other side because Jody can play that side.
Keep Bennett on that side, yeah.
And keep Bennett on that side, but it was so disbalanced. And you're just thinking, what are these tactics? I think Patterson got the tactics wrong. He got the substitutions wrong. He got the starting
11 wrong.
Starting line. No, the old started 18 wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone wants to blame Roos for everything, but you got to look in front as well.
Yeah, because I thought it was the defence and really midfield that cost us that goal. I mean, the throw-in was Fringy. Obviously, they won the header and then send them through. Where was defence? Nowhere to speak.
I mean, we can't even say like when we played at Bristol Rovers and we snatched that game. We can't even say we played well in that game.
No, because we didn't really.
You know what I mean? We can't say we played well. We got what we deserved out of it, which was nothing. You can't blame the referee. And I think it's atrocious that the Notts fans who threw the bottles from the cop onto the pitch. I think that's atrocious. I hope they get banned.
I mean, I like to think, it weren't me. It was not me.
You should know whether it was you or not, shouldn't you, really?
I know, I'm just saying.
There's no place in football for that.
No, it's not. Yeah. No. Even if the referee played bad, I'm not blaming the referee. So,
because when that sort of stuff happens, if the referee is already against you, it puts them against you even more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So,
absolutely.
I just don't know. Where do we go? Where do we go from it? Do the owners have to sort of I don't know, spend a bit more money, be a bit more ambitious, or do they have to come out and say, here's a reality check, fans? Sustainability is more important than promotion.
I'll just say what I've seen on here. So, Notts can confirm that Sonny Al-Jafri has returned to Man United with our best wishes for the future. That was posted 5 minutes ago.
But wasn't that confirmed yesterday by the BBC?
It was confirmed yesterday, but Notts posted it obviously 5 minutes ago today. So I'm
See,
just
this is how late we are, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I seen the post that says Meadow Lane is set for New Year's Day big. I thought I'd commented on it. Did anyone tell the players? You know what I mean? A bit of sarcasm there, but it's like Kieran, you know, and I talked to him a lot after the game because all them players should be made to donate their wages to charity.
Yeah.
Because that was a shocking performance.
And it's the fans.
And it was a freezing day, wasn't it? It was a freezing day.
It was cold.
There was no, they had no energy. There was like, they had no fight in them.
No.
At all.
And it was dire and probably so boring to watch.
But the fans who are going to blame the referee, it's just deflected off the performance.
Off the team's performances, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, the players didn't play well on the pitch. The tactics was dreadful. That goes back to Patterson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The substitutes guy would go back to Patterson and
or the
technical board. Good player, such a shame he was injured. Yep. We should have our money back. They're not going to do that. You're not going to get your money back. You know what I mean? You're not going to give your money back. You could go to Oldham and get thrashed 9-1 and they won't give you your money back.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God of them days of like football clubs are like, oh, you get beat like really harshly away from home, and they're like, oh no, we'll give you money back.
Yeah.
That's not gonna make the club sustainable, is it?
No. I mean, I wish, because some of the performances over the season and last season, I wish I wouldn't have gone. But it is what it is.
But you do it because you support your team.
You support your team, don't you? Yeah.
At the end of the day, right, the players still get paid whether 100 people turn up in a stadium or 10,000 turn up in a stadium.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It don't matter how many fans turn up, they're still getting paid. Win, lose, or draw, they're still getting paid. You know what I mean? If they go on a losing streak of 10 games, they're still getting paid.
Yeah.
Whether they deserve it or not.
Which is the fans that have to suffer.
But then you're entitled to your opinion, what you think.
You are, yeah.
Of their performances. But then again, some of the fan base say, well, you can't boo. You shouldn't say anything bad about any of the players or anything. You're not entitled to opinion.
Yeah.
Or you get called too negative, Harry. I got called too negative because I said, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean,
we had scored in 3 games. Jatta and Dennis had scored in 3 games. Why are you so negative? It's not being negative. The club is
speaking the truth.
The club
it's the data for you.
It's the data. The club love the data for players and everything else, and I'm just pointing out that fact. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I booed against Chesterfield because that was I wouldn't even call it a performance because we was nowhere to be seen. I don't even think we turned off the team bus. So, I mean, it's one of those really where you get those mixed fan bases where either they boo or not, or don't like you booing, or it's whatever. But then you get those ones where they can boo the referee and they still back the players because they play. So, I don't know. We just have to take it.
We'll take the 0 points. We'll take it.
We'll take
that. We're supposed to have players in early in the transfer window. We'll see how early that is. Apparently before Sunday's game.
That famous word, impossibility.
When we sat here on February the 3rd, I think the transfer window closes. We sat here on February 2nd and still no one's come in.
Yeah, and we sold Jar and Dennis by then.
Yeah, and then see, this is a thing. So if they sold Jar and Dennis, then Patterson would have to play Traore, and he'd have to play Jarvis to an extent as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if Like, you do get the basis go back to the Richard Montague interview of him saying, well, if we sold Jota or Dennis, then the money might not get spent replacing a striker. But you've got a striker what ain't playing. So would he be forced into playing him?
Or we sell them two, and then we buy players in midfield defenders and invest in the striker.
But haven't we got something like 13 defenders on our books or something? I mean, it was like over 10.
Something like that, yeah. It was over 10.
We're lacking in defensive cover.
I mean, Matty Pratt was
right back, left back, central defence, aren't we? We were lacking in them. What if Bedu got injured? You know what I mean?
I mean, Matty Pratt was awful yesterday. He was awful. Some of
the balls. Macari in that game either.
No. I mean, I would have started with McDonald, to be fair.
But Rob McDonald got another knock or something.
I don't know.
It's this thing. Where they're getting all these knocks from when they're not playing.
I know.
Is it this 11v11 on
the day
every
before?
Week they play with the referee and they're picking up knocks in that? Because if that's happening, then it shouldn't be happening, should it?
No, not really.
In my humble opinion. But we need a quality. See, would you take Andy Cook at Notts? The Bradford fans are saying, "Oh, he's not good enough now for their team." He's a proven goal scorer. I know he's 35.
He is a proven goal scorer, but then yet again, he's not. He's another injury. I wouldn't say injury prone, but he's a player that gets injured, not frequently, but sometimes.
But he's just come back from an ACL, hasn't he? And Notts like an injured player. Don't forget that. Yeah. But if you got Andy Cook, say you had Andy Cook for 2 years, but he's a goal poacher, isn't he?
He is a goal striker. Good head
on him.
He knows where the goal is. But whether or not if we get the right balls to him to score the goals, that's the question.
Is he a striker? Yeah, he is. He's a striker. Bradford, he's not got much time. I think I've seen him in one of their Virtue Cup matches. He came on and scored an header, or a good header as well.
Yeah.
So he ain't getting the game time there. So could he possibly? I did see it was it Barrow or Carlisle that was a lot of them talking about.
Barrow, I think it was.
You know what I mean? I think Carlisle was mentioning it as well.
Yeah.
Midfielder, but we need somebody like Dan Crowley. Not Dan Crowley, of course. But somebody with that sort of technical ability. Or a Ruben Dan Crowley sort of player to be in that midfield who could pick a pass out. You know what I mean? One pass from one part of the field. I'll have him at Notts.
Were we not winning with a Harrogate player or something?
Yeah, Harrogate midfield player or something. I
forgot his name because apparently someone said that he didn't play in the game yesterday.
Yeah, he didn't play in that game. But who are you going to get in goal? Because that's another thing. There's supposed to be a goalkeeper coming in earlier. So who are we going to get? And are they going to displace Roos, or are they going to be sat on the bench?
Yeah. We just don't know as fans, do we?
No. But we're slow out the blocks, aren't we? We're slow out the blocks. Because yesterday morning I woke up to 2 different players signed at Chesterfield, and then players getting signed at Crawley, and I'm thinking all these other teams, and where's one from
where's ours? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because Chesterfield made 4 already, or is it 4?
I seen 3 yesterday. I don't know if they've done any more since. You know what I mean? And I seen Crawley had made some signings, and then they said, I seen a big say, "Do you want another one?" I thought, I want just my one-sided at the minute.
Oh, I know, yeah. I can't remember the last time we played. We signed a player on January 1st.
No, but you do these negotiations before, innit? It's all hush hush.
Yeah, it's always before,
and then you can release the details on the day. Yeah. But I was telling, I can't remember what year it was and everything else. It might have been under Ray True? might have been under Ray True, or it could be Ardley who was the owner of them. I think it was Ray True. And it was transfer window, and we had a striker drive into Meadow Lane, right? Apparently so. Right. And halfway to Meadow Lane, he had a phone call with a better offer from another club, and we didn't sign him.
Wow.
And I forgot the name. If you're not fan and you remember that, let me know who the striker was, because I forgot. But yeah, there was a player driving tonight.
Let me see if I can find out.
I'm gonna have to ask Mr. T later.
Notts.
Yeah, we had one on. We had one on trial, didn't we? But we didn't. It was an ex-Salford keeper.
Not
was at Salford last year. He was at Salford last year, and he came for a trial.
What club did he sign? What club?
I don't know what club he signed for. I don't know what club he did sign for. But he was on the way to Notts, and then he got a phone call with a better offer from another club. It was either under True or Arda.
Let's see.
I mean, I do think, like, I did pose that thing of, like, have we been overachieving? Is it a false position? And right now, it feels like it.
Wait, do you know what year?
So far this season. True years would have been, say, 2010 onwards. Because I think it was the year after we went up. So it would have been 2010-11 season. But the county buses hit a bump in the road. The wheel has fell off at the minute. It's in the repair shop.
It is, yeah.
It might be stayed in the repair shop. But would you fancy us? Say Gillingham gets called off on Sunday because of a frozen pitch. Not like there's been water in it or anything. So it's extra frozen.
Yeah.
We're overachieved. We are overachieved. I think we are. And you know what? Football fans like getting carried away. I knew some Crew fans at the beginning of the season when they won 4 in a row. They was winning the league and everything.
Yeah.
No. It's a bit of a different story.
Yeah, I mean,
do you think then?
I wouldn't mind.
If Gillingham gets called off,
yeah,
if Gillingham gets called off, do you think we've got a chance at Oldham?
Absolutely not.
Do you think? Do you think the side would be strong enough?
Absolutely not. I mean,
fit enough.
I know we've been playing better away. I mean, we're getting those late goals, obviously apart from Chesterfield. But no, Oldham's a good team at home, so absolutely, we could get battered. Honestly.
I mean, they beat Walsall, didn't they? They drew 1-1 with Chesterfield yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't beat Walsall. We couldn't beat Chesterfield. So over the period of games, we got 1 point out of them 2 games playing them 2 oppositions. They've got 4 points out playing them 2 oppositions.
Yeah.
But I know we beat them 3-1 earlier in the season, but every game's different. See, either works both ways, because when we come back from international break and we played Barnet, we was terrible apart from when we actually
scored that goal, yeah. So I don't know. Are we overachieving? Are we not? We'll find out at the end of the season where we finish, won't we? So,
but according to Paston, we should have had more points out of the games before the Accrington game. He thinks we should have had more points. He thinks we're underachieving. I'd say we're overachieving.
Overachieving, yeah. Is it a false sense of hope for where we are in the league?
But don't you think ever since we've been back in the Football League then, every season's been a false sense of hope?
Yeah.
And that's under Luke Williams, under Maynard. That we just ain't got quite enough to get
Go up, right?
to the next level.
Yeah, it's like we always find a way to like. I wouldn't say it's not a bustle. I wouldn't say bottle it, but like, what's another word I can use?
The enough strength in depth.
Yeah,
in
enough strength and depth to keep going to get those wins that need to help us get promotion at the end of the day.
There ain't enough quality.
No.
There ain't enough desire. There ain't enough determination. Their passion.
And you said, and Patterson says, the players, what is it like to play in the shirt, to know what it means to play in the shirt. I didn't see that on Saturday. I didn't see it. Well, not Saturday.
I didn't see it at Chesterfield.
Not Saturday, Thursday. No, there's no pride in the shirt from any of the players on Thursday or Chesterfield or Walsall. Really,
in modern football, then, Harry, right? And I'm speaking because I've seen football in the late, like latter parts of the 70s, like 78, 79. Then all the way through the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010, like 2020s. Right? I don't think there isn't many players that play for the shirt and it's pride in the shirt.
No, not anymore. No.
Like,
it's like it's only the youth ones now, really, that only care about playing in the shirt. Like none of, because everyone else seems like plays for. They're just like, oh, it's whatever. I get paid.
If you come through an academy, you're a local lad. You put that shirt on and you're playing in the
give
first
it your
team.
all.
You're giving it your all. You really care about the club. I mean, like Bobby Pointing for instance.
I think. Right.
But then when another club comes in, right? When another club comes in, you could be like, "Oh, sorry, Notts already pay me, say, 1,500 a week. This club's going to pay me $6,500 a week. I'm off." Because that's what football is really about, isn't it? It's about the money.
I think I saw something before. I don't know if you've seen it. This West Ham local youth player, he made a mistake in one of those games against, I think it was Fulham, when they scored late on to win the game. He was crying afterwards. He was crying because he knows the mistake that he cost. We just don't see that anymore, do we?
But that's passion, isn't it? That's the club means something to you rather than just being a wage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you'll get it in like normal work environments where people are retiring and it's been their life and they enjoy it. But like footballers, it's more
getting paid now, isn't it?
Yeah, because it don't matter whether you're good on that field for 90 minutes. You still picking up your pay packet.
Exactly. Yeah.
The only people who suffer in everything, you get the highs and lows, you get some amazing highs. But a Notts fan, you get more of the lows than you do
lows and highs. Yeah.
Over my lifetime, anyway. And I'm lucky enough to see Notts in the top flight. Will we ever see Notts in the top flight in my lifetime again? I don't know.
Not with these performances.
Not with these performances, not with these set of players, no. There'd have to be big changes. You'd have to have investment. And it's weird, isn't it, when you look at like football. I know we're going off from like Notts County now. But you look at football and you think, you look at Wrexham. You look at Wrexham and you think, how did Ryan Reynolds think Wrexham was like their ideal project?
Yeah, the one for him.
Or the owner of MK Dons.
Yeah.
Think that's my ideal project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Going back to when Notts got took over by Monte Finance. What nearly ended the club. You know what I mean? if that was true, it would have been an amazing story. And would we get tickets? Probably not. I probably would because I'd been going for ages and ages. But if you build a successful team after a long time, then loyal fans get pushed out because all the fair weather fans come. They continue to come. When you sat in a stadium when there's 3,000 in there, but when your sides are not doing well, you're near the bottom every season. The old ambition is just to not get relegated. It's a different story.
Yeah.
We should. That was ages ago. That one. Reading backwards. So, final thoughts, Harry. What's your rant anyway about that game?
I don't know. We just need to change it up. We just can't keep hoofing the ball back up to Jota or Dennis because it just doesn't work. We need to just find a new way to play because teams are finding us out, and if they keep finding us out, we're gonna obviously lose a lot of points, and that's not going to help. Obviously, if we do want to get promoted or whatever, so we need to find a different way to play. Sign some good players in January, or experienced EFL players, none of these players from, I don't know, anywhere that we haven't heard of. And hopefully, if our game's on next week, or it's not next week, is it? It's this week on Sunday. If it's on or not, I ain't bothered because I have a feeling we could get battered anyway. So, yeah.
I don't see us being in the Premier League ever. You can never say never, can you? But that's got to be an ambition to be in the. Like, if you was a club owner, that's got to be your ultimate goal. But then financially, you've got to have more backers than what you currently got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just think we need the game on Sunday. Sunday. We need the game on Sunday because, yeah.
Hopefully it's not cold like yesterday because, oh my days, that was freezing.
We need the game on. They need to get the game out of the way. It's going to cost the club more by it being on a Tuesday night. It's going to cost them money, revenue.
Yeah.
Anyway, but apart from that, can I see us winning? Well, we'll leave that for tomorrow night anyway. We'll leave that for the pre-match, whether the game will be on. I mean, I
thought it was Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
it is Saturday tomorrow.
My days.
It's Saturday tomorrow. But
you know what? Do you know what? It's like these football fixtures are so weird because I thought it was Sunday today because obviously we played yesterday. So I don't know.
But you could have the figure where you have that pitch inspection at 9 a.m. tomorrow, right? And then it gets called off Sunday anyway. So you don't miss Sunday morning because it might say, we'll have another one.
It is what it is. Yeah, we don't know.
Either takes place or it don't.
Yeah, and then if it does or not, don't know if we'll be back if it's off tomorrow, would we? It's not on.
No, I don't think we are. We talked about this game for what? We got off on all different circles of
yeah.
But transfers. This is what I'll ask you then. Two players you could have from any club, but not Premier League or Championship. Players are gone off the top of my head now. Right, hold that thought then. We'll leave that for We'll leave that for tomorrow night. We'll do it that one in there. Thanks for everybody who's enjoyed and watched. Thanks for Harry for joining.
No,
this has been another Notts and Bolts and Top of the Cop production, and we shall see you next time.